wise people know that most of what you read in the news is nonsense, and it's also spin, and it's designed to create a narrative and to keep the public distracted. So I wrote a book about this exact subject. I mean, chapter 17 of my book, Why Gold, Why Now, which, by the way, the book's not really about gold. It's about wealth and how to navigate when things are changing rapidly, which is what's happening now. But the US is already far down the line with respect to the digital currency. Now, digital currency means one thing: total control of every currency unit. So you're able to know where every single dollar is at all times, 24/7. You can restrict people's ability to spend. Nobody can evade income taxes because all the dollars are registered on a blockchain. There's no such thing as counterfeiting because it's impossible to counterfeit the digital dollar. So you can see how if you were a totalitarian dictator, you would be crazy about this idea. You know, someone would pitch this to you and you'd say, this is what I've always dreamed of. This is perfect. So of course, this is what we're going to see. The table's already been set. You know, don't believe the news where it's like the bank's thinking about it. I mean, come on. They're more than thinking about it. Disseminating narrative. And so by the time you're reading something in the paper, it's already done. So these guys have been on this for a long time. It's very smart of them. The purpose of having control of money, I mean, think about what they do with Iran, okay? So Iran is a boogeyman. Okay, we're going to block you off from using the world's, dollar payment system to punish you. We use the dollar as a weapon. So we use it as a weapon, and then we try to use it as a carrot and a stick in our own country. So now we're going to give money to people that don't work so that they'll spend the money. Okay, so this is harder when you have to mail people checks, so you don't know what they do with the cash. So you want to control what they do with this money. So digital currency allows them to do it. The last page of chapter 17 of my book has a quote. Now, we redacted the guy's name that gave me the quote because he's a member of a government body, not the US, but doesn't want to be revealed in the book. And he says, listen, this is what we've always dreamed of. This is it. We've always had a problem with cash and with gold and with all these things that are off the grid, because we don't know where the money is and we don't know what's happening. This is everything. You can't evade taxes anymore. You can't counterfeit. And we know where every piece of currency is that exists. It's perfect separately. So Bitcoin's value and the value of the blockchain that is the plumbing behind Bitcoin are totally separate. You trade the coin, but the actual infrastructure is super valuable, revolutionary, and it's eventually how we'll transact everything from buying a home and transferring property rights to buying a soda at the store. If you're allowed to, by the way. If you're heavy set, then they'll say no more soda for you, and your FedCoin wallet won't work if you try to buy soda. Okay, but the point is that what does this mean for these assets? Well, Bitcoin is the original, it's the OG cryptocurrency. Okay, I mean there's value there. Ethereum has application value that allows it to back smart contracts. All of these things are very real. Okay, and this is very serious stuff. But the problem is that people have lost sight of what they're doing. So they're trading clamshells, and there's 10,000 plus of these coins out there. All right. My friend who's on the board of Patala with me said there's 5 guys in his neighborhood with new coins, like the startup coins, and they pitched him on all these coins, and this one's going to do this, and this one you're going to buy pancakes with this one, pancake coin. I mean, there's so many coins, right? And it sounds like a joke, but these coins have hundreds of millions of dollars of investment because people are just throwing money at these coins, and they say, this is going to be how you're going to pay for sushi in the future, and I want to be in on it soon to speculate on this. But it's not the case. Okay, what's going to happen is that when you see FedCoin come into reality, right? This is a closed loop blockchain. You can't speculate on FedCoin. You can't speculate. The currency is controlled by the nation state. And people need to see that many of these coins are going to go by the wayside. Bitcoin's always going to be an asset, but you've got to realize to sell Bitcoin, you have to cross over a network. And if you don't think that network's monitored and controlled, then you're just crazy. So there's a place in your portfolio, if you're wealthy, for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. And there's a place for gold, and these are not the same things. They're not the same things. It's not digital gold, and gold is not physical Bitcoin. Gold is analog wealth. Now, people say, why would you want analog wealth? Well, in the future, you'll see the value of analog wealth. Some analog wealth, not all. Just like you don't have all your money in Bitcoin, you don't have all your money in gold, you don't have all your money in stocks. There's a place for these assets. They're very different. If you think Bitcoin is private, then you're right. Dreaming. You know, are you believing too much of what you read on Reddit or something? It's not private. You know, it's anything that's. Someone said to me a long time ago, anything that's on the computer is not private. Okay, well, it takes everyone a long time to figure that out. Usually a breakup helps. But the point is that it's not private. Okay, so it's a good asset, though. It's not that it's not an asset that's got validity, right, in these times, but it's not private. And so people are going to start saying, well, I want some of my wealth to be private. Well, analog wealth in the form of gold is the most private thing you can possibly own. You don't even need a lot of it. I mean, honestly, in the book, I have a chapter about how much gold to own. It's a lot less than you think. It has a place in there, but it's not the primary asset. Now, when the light bulb starts coming on, I mean, I can see in you, the light bulb's coming on that maybe Polkadot coin, you know, is not the right place for my wealth. You know, and I know it sounds insane, but I hear this from people all the time. They send me emails. What do you think about EOS coin? I don't know. What do you think about it? It's incredible because most of these coins have been sucked into this speculative rally. Right. It's bigger than the .com rally. But it's bigger than the 2000s rally, and it's ultimately gotten out of control. And what's happening is people are making money out of proportion to their ability. And this is what you see before there's an adjustment. There's a big adjustment coming. Right. Choose wisely because there's over 10,000 of them, and you don't want to pick the wrong one. So. I mean, this reminds me of 1999. I remember eating in a restaurant in North Carolina, and the guy was waiting on my table, a 5-letter stock symbol. And I said, what is this? He goes, this is a hot tip. You got to get on this right away. What does the company do? I don't know, something on the internet. And so this is how excited people were. And what happens is it doesn't mean the internet's not real. It doesn't mean that the internet's not going to change your life and how you do everything. But what it means is that 99% of the companies that have listed on the exchange are going to go to zero because they're not functional businesses and they're not able to sustain through a reallocation of capital, right? To where the smart hands of capital regain control of the market. That's what's coming in the crypto space. It'll be part of our life, but if you're speculating in these tertiary coins, it's big trouble. And people are going to learn this the hard way. And these types of things always happen around market adjustments. The .com financialization in the 2000s, it's a new innovation that always drives this speculative rally, and then you have a readjustment. But the point is that in my book, I talk about we're not just trying to get rich fast. Getting rich slowly is how all the rich people that you know got rich. It's really rare that you get rich in a very short period of time and hang on to it. Most people get rich very quickly and then lose all the money because they begin spending money too fast, and then the wealth goes through their hands. People that are really wealthy realize that you build a business. I mean, we launched Vitala. You know, this stock is up 1,200% in 4.5 years because we're buying gold royalties, and gold's going up just up a flight of stairs. Everybody's like, what does it go to 10,000? Doesn't need to go to 10,000. Right. I mean, if it goes to 2,100, you've made more money on the gold royalties than you can even spend. And the reason why I'm telling you how hard this is because it gives you an idea of what the appetite is. Okay, so you'll buy any crypto coin that you hear about. This is average people, not you, of course. But you'll buy anything you even hear about from your friend. But then you have a gold, a real gold holding your hand. We don't want that. So it shows you that the sentiment is ready to shift. And I think we saw that at the end of March. You know, this was just below 1,700. Gold double bottomed out. It's up at 1,900 now. It's ready to go. We'll take out the 2,080 high this year, and then we'll run past that. So let's say 2,250 this year. But what's crazier is silver. So silver really did not go down since the August high. I mean, it's less than $1 off its August high. And so silver's ready to go to 50. And that's a trade nobody sees coming. And if you watch the chart, though, you see that it's steady moving up. It's really going to surprise people.